Most people think buying a home in Las Vegas comes down to one number, the price tag. So they see $480,000 on a listing compared to what they paid or rented back home, and they assume they know what they can afford. They don't. The price is just the starting line. What actually determines whether you can live comfortably in that home is everything that comes after the sales price. And that gap between what the lender will approve you for and what you can actually handle without your budget unraveling is a lot bigger than most buyers realize going in. You know what, before we get done, I'm also going to show you the 3 hidden costs almost nobody talks about when they're relocating to Las Vegas, and at least one of them will genuinely surprise you. I'm Nuke, a local real estate expert and retired Air Force officer. I've helped over 100 families buy and sell homes in this market. I'm going to give you an honest, unfiltered truth about what it actually costs to buy a home in Las Vegas right now. What income you need, what your monthly payment really looks like, and what the mistakes are that trap buyers who thought they had it all figured out. Here's where the market stands. The median single-family home price in Las Vegas right now is right around $480,000. That puts us well below coastal markets like Los Angeles, San Diego, especially the Bay Area, and that comparison still gets used in a lot of marketing, but it's not a bargain that Vegas used to be. If you're coming from the Midwest or South, a $480,000 price can feel like a stretch, and it is. So the real question isn't whether the price is high, it's whether you can handle the total monthly cost of owning that home over time. And by the way, is Las Vegas still affordable in 2026? Compared to most major metros, yes, but affordability doesn't mean cheap. And we're going to break down exactly what that means for your budget. This is exactly where it falls apart for most buyers. They go to one of those online mortgage calculators, plug in the home price, throw in an interest rate that they saw in some banner ad, and some of the number they get back tells the story. It doesn't. That calculator is showing you principal and interest only. It's leaving out property taxes, homeowners insurance, HOA dues, and depending on the community, SID and lid fees, which are special improvement districts and local improvement district assessments tied to certain neighborhoods across the Las Vegas Valley. These fees can be a few $100s a month by themselves. By the time you stack everything together, your actual housing obligation can be several $100s higher than what that calculator told you. And that difference can flip a comfortable payment into a stressful one. Online calculators can mess you up here. Use them as a rough starting point, nothing more. So here's a realistic picture. On a $480,000 home, if you put 10% down, you're financing $432,000. At current market, rates broadly are in the 6 to 7% range as of April of 2026. Your principal and interest payments alone run roughly $2,600 to $2,900 per month. Add in your Clark County property taxes, which are generally lower than most states buyers are relocating from, plus your homeowner's insurance and any HOAs tied to the community. And your all-in monthly cost could realistically land between $3,200 and $3,600 or higher, depending on where you're buying. Those are estimates. Your actual numbers depend on the rate that you lock, your credit score, your down payment, your loan type, your debt to income ratio, any VA funding fee, and the specific community fees attached to that property. Get those exact figures from a qualified lender, not a calculator, a lender. Approval and affordability are not the same thing. Full stop. A lender approves you based on income and debt ratios. That doesn't mean the payment feels sustainable once your car payments, utilities, groceries, and those kid activities get layered in. Most financial guidance suggests total housing costs shouldn't exceed 28 to 31% of your gross monthly income. At $3,200 to $3,600 a month, you're generally looking at a household income of $120,000 to $145,000 a year just to stay within that band. Some buyers stretch it above and manage just fine. Others feel it every month. The point is knowing where you actually fall before you fall in love with the house. Nevada has no state income tax, zero. For a household earning $120,000 or more, the annual savings compared to a state with a 5, 7, or even 9% income tax rate is real money. That goes back into your monthly cash flow, which means your housing payment in Nevada hits differently than the same payment would in California, Illinois, or Washington. It's one of the primary reasons relocating to Las Vegas still makes financial sense, even as home prices have climbed. Now, my military families, this part is specifically for you. If you're PCSing to Nellis Air Force Base or Creech Air Force Base, you have a financing option most civilian buyers don't have access to. The VA loan allows eligible buyers to purchase with zero down, and that means instead of needing $48,000 or more in cash for your down payment on a $480,000 home, you could potentially finance the full purchase price. Your monthly payment is higher because you're financing more, but you preserve cash and avoid private mortgage insurance, which conventional buyers who put down less than 20% typically pay. The VA loan generally carries a funding fee unless you have a service-connected disability exemption, so take into account for that, and it is rolled into the loan. Your BAH varies by rank, dependency, and zip code. And all of the ones here in Las Vegas area for Nellis and Creech are the same, and may cover a significant portion of your housing cost depending on where you fall. Run that calculation carefully with a VA savvy lender before you decide whether to buy or rent, and before you settle on a price range. And here's a number most buyers in uniform never run before they commit: the all-in monthly cost at your specific rank and BAH rates. Compare it against what renting the same type of home would actually cost. That single comparison changes the decision for a lot of families. One more thing on the military side: your duty station affects your commute in real ways. Nellis Air Force Base sits in the northwest part of the valley. North Las Vegas and parts of Henderson are reasonable commutes from there. Creech Air Force Base is about 45 miles northwest near Indian Springs. If you're stationed at Creech, buying in the Northwest Valley, Centennial Hills, or Sky Canyon can cut that drive down significantly. Think about commute times and fuel costs as part of your total housing budget. Affordability across this valley is not one number, and that's good news. Las Vegas has a median price of $480,000 for single-family homes. North Las Vegas is running lower, with median prices in the low 400s, making it one of the most accessible entry points in Clark County. Aliante and Centennial Hill corridor are worth knowing by name if your budget needs room to breathe. Henderson, on the other end, with a median list price approaching the upper 500s, drawing buyers who prioritize master plan communities, strong schools, and long-term resale values. Summerlin in the Southwest Valley, all somewhere in between, but lean towards the higher end. Knowing which area fits your budget, lifestyle, and commute is part of doing this right. A word on new construction: there are real advantages to buying new. You get a builder warranty, you can often choose finishes before you close, and in some cases incentives are available for rate buy-downs or closing costs. But here's the part that catches buyers off guard: new communities sometimes carry SID or LID assessments, and that's real money in your monthly payment for years. Read the documents, ask about them specifically, and never walk into a builder sales office without your own buyer's agent. The builder sales team represents the builder, not you. And on top of that, with a new build, they always pay the agent's commission. If you walk in without your agent, you have zero representation, zero help. Now, I promise you 3 hidden costs that people moving to Las Vegas almost never see coming. First one surfaces once you get your HOA documents. Many master plan communities in Las Vegas don't have just one HOA. They have 2, and I've seen them as many as 3 layers. A sub-association, a master association, and sometimes an amenity fee on top. What looks like a $60 a month HOA in the listing can become $250 a month when the layers are stacked. Always ask for the full breakdown, not just the numbers on the listing sheet. A second one that catches people about 30 days after moving in: summer utility bills here are no joke. July and August can push your monthly electric bill well past $300. And in older homes with aging AC units or single pane windows, listen to me, significantly higher. The age of the HVAC systems and the direction your backyard faces both matters. A west facing or south facing yard bakes all afternoon. That's real money every single summer. The third one that hits you on your first trip to the DMV. Nevada registration fee is not a flat rate. It is based on the value of your vehicle. And if you're driving a newer truck or SUV, your first year's registration will likely surprise you. The no income tax savings generally offsets it, but you want to know before you show up, not after. 3 real costs, 0 surprises once you know about them. Quick note on rent versus buy, because not everyone watching this has made that call yet. If you're planning to be in Las Vegas 3 or more years, the math generally favors buyers. If your timeline is shorter or uncertain, renting first while you learn the valley is a reasonable move. What doesn't make sense is making a $480,000 decision without understanding the full cost picture. Before you make any moves, run this process, okay? Figure out your actual monthly budget, not where you'd like it to be, but you can sustain after all your other expenses. Then work backwards to find a purchase price that is actually supportable at current rates. That's where the math works, and that's the number you shop around, not the price on your listing that made you feel something. Then get a real pre-approval letter from a lender who pulls your credit, reviews your financials, and gives you an actual rate, not a guess. And if you're military, run the VA loan scenarios side by side with conventional FHA before you commit. A good lender is going to do this for you. And quick note, I used to say, hey, contact the lender before contacting me. I've discovered there's some issues with that. Let's talk first, and I'll help you with that lending portion of it, okay? Because what they try to do is put you with agents in their network, not only to get a commission fee from them, but to protect their loan. I think the entire purpose is you want to be protected, right? The buyers who get hurt are the ones who skip this process, fall in love with a house at $480,000 or higher, and discover the offer is accepted and that all-in monthly costs just don't work. Do your homework first. We started this video with one idea, a price tag that is not the same thing as affordability. After everything we just covered, you know exactly why. The payment, the taxes, the HOA layers, the summer electric bill, the commute, the loan type, that's the full picture. And now you have it. It is now a good time to buy a home in Las Vegas. If you're financially prepared, understand the true monthly cost and have a plan, yes. The market has more inventory and more negotiating room than it has had in years. I'm telling you, years. The buyers who are informed and ready are finding the best opportunities right now. Look, I've been in this market for years. I've helped over 100 families buy and sell here in Las Vegas, Henderson and North Las Vegas. And one thing I can tell you with absolute certainty is this. The people who win in real estate are the ones who get informed early and move with a plan. If this video gave you a clearer picture of what it actually costs to buy a home in Las Vegas and how to figure out what you can realistically afford, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. I put out honest, no sugarcoating content about Las Vegas every single week. Go and look. And if you're ready to talk about your specific situation, whether you're buying, selling, PCSing, relocating, or just trying to figure out your next move, I offer a free consultation call, no pressure, no pitch, just real conversation about what makes sense to you and your family. The link to schedule a call is right down below in the description and even in the pinned comments. I also have a free Las Vegas relocation and marketing guides that covers everything we talked about today and a whole lot more. I even have guides for my Air Force brothers and sisters. Now grab those links down below and in the pinned comment. And right now, you see this? This is a QR code, because I know not everybody is on the phone and on their computers. A lot of you are on television now. So for your favorite new TV show, pick up that phone, scan that QR code, and it'll get you all of these assets, okay? For my military brothers and sisters, you know the drill. Alpha, Mike, Foxtrot, everyone else, I want to thank you for being part of this community. I genuinely appreciate every one of you. And I realize that for the majority of my audience, you've never served, and this is your favorite TV show. So with that, you know I love you. We're going to keep them lights on for you. Now go ahead and click the video that's coming up right now. It's the one that YouTube says you want to see the most. And we'll meet again right over in the next video. So let's go meet in the next video.